Hi everybody and welcome to the After Hours Knits. My name is Sarah and you can find me on Ravelry as True Canuck Girl and on Instagram as the Canadian Knitter.
Hi, my name is Brandy and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Eat My Yarns.
Hi, I'm Tanya, also known as Celestia22 on Ravelry.
So welcome everybody. Today is July 23rd. Tomorrow's my wedding anniversary. I just thought I'd point that out in case anybody else cares. Amanda should be joining us. She said she's going to be home in 10 minutes. We're hoping we can convince her to pop on because we haven't seen her pretty face in a while. But let's jump into works in progress. So, why am I looking over at my tablet? It doesn't matter. And of course, I'm in the middle of a row. I stopped myself from swearing there. You like that, eh? So, this is, oh, I should hide it just in case. This is the Dockside Mystery Knit Along by Alicia Plummer. If you are doing the mystery and you do not want to be surprised, and you're but if you're past like the 4th clue, this is going to be old news for you because I'm not caught up. But I'm almost done clue number 4, so I'll tell you when you can look again. So there it is so far. I'm really loving it. Let me just do this with the needle so I don't lose all the stitches off of there. But it had these like elongated stitches where I had to do like wrap the yarn twice around the needle and then drop it on the way back. And I really, really love the way that looks. I think it's awesome. And that, so like I said, I'm almost on clue number 4. The little watermelon is where I was last week, and here's where I am this week. So, very happy with that. Like I said, the pattern's by Alicia Plummer. It is living in my Mrs. Brown's Bags bag. And the yarn is Madeline Tosh DK in the Pecan Hull colorway, which I love. And I still have 3 skeins left to use. Next thing that I worked on this week, living in my You So-and-So Santa bag, is, what is this one called again? I have
That
it in a
bag
moment.
cracks me up.
Hmm?
That bag cracks me up.
I know, right? The Pebble Beach Shawl by Helen Stewart. So I am now 70% done this. I am super happy. Actually, I feel like I got quite a bit done this. It feels like I got quite a bit done this week. So there's where I was last week. That's where I am this week. But it is gigantoid. Like, this thing is going to be massive. And the yarn is it Twist? Mad Tosh Twist, is that the one? I think so. Mad Tosh Twist. Does it have?
If it's nylon, I believe it's the twist.
Let's find out. Yeah, light twist light. 75-25 in the gilded colorway, which I just absolutely love. I mean, that is just... I like sitting here now because the colors are picking up, like, perfectly. Makes me very happy. And, not included in finished objects, but as a work in progress, I got a couple more squares added to my blanket after we finished recording last week, so I thought I'd show those to you guys, because I got 3 more done. Oh gosh, I have these written down. This one down here was from Brandy. That is Smoke on the Water.
Yep.
And this one is Pirate something or other. Pretty Pirate?
Yarn Pirate?
Yarn Pirate, yeah. I think it was Pretty Pirate. It's on my Ravelry page.
Oh, I don't remember.
For those of you who don't know, on my Ravelry page, I literally list every single square that I put in here, if I know what it is. If not, it just says unknown. And then now I'm working on the pretty ones from Jeanette. So this is one. All of Jeanette's are unknown, unlabeled. She probably knows what they are, but that's okay. So that was that. So I got 3 more added since the last time that we recorded. I actually felt like it was a pretty productive week for me. So next.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just want to point out, I'm not seeing the live chat in the thing. Do you see it, Tanya?
Yes, I do. Jen says no.
I only see comments.
Oh, there we go. Let me mute that. Thank you very much. Sorry about that, ladies.
Okay, well, I guess I'll message you and see if I can get my thing fixed. Okay. So, oh no, I pass.
Anya?
Right. Well, I've only got one thing right now. This is the Seraform by Lisa Mudge.
So pretty.
It's really pretty. That was my card knitting yesterday, and it's out of Miss Babs in her Yummy Base, and the colorway is Funny Papers. It's a lot darker than most of the skeins of that because it's really dark.
Really paper. Or rare green.
And I'm doing that on US 7s, 4.5 millimeters. It's really neat. It's a big scarf that ends up looking like a letter M. And that's for the Lisa long. You okay now, Brandy?
Yeah, but you can continue.
That's it. That's all I've got.
Oh, well. I did see things out. Okay, apparently in the group, like in the messages, I can't click on that. It won't show me the live chat. I have to go through Ravelry to do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, right? Okay, so I will start with what's on here. First, I should have had everything stacked up for me. First is Letty's Rainbow Dash dress, and I believe it's called the Little Sister. It's linked in show notes, and I was a good girl, and I put a, what do you call it, a dicky-doo?
A doohickey.
A doohickey. Oh, I like dicky-doo better.
Okay.
So I can't see what I'm showing. So here is where I was last week. I've done all of this, not a whole lot, but it is, the black is Cascade Heritage, and then the bottom is Rainbow Dash by Cuppy Cake Yarns, and these are being knit on a US 1 2.25 millimeter on Chow Goose.
You guys are so professional.
It's written down.
No, I was lazy and didn't do that.
But I copied it over for you.
Oh, you're amazing.
So there's that one, and then next on my list is, it's an old whip. You guys haven't seen it before. I've only got sleeves in here. So I am working on the palm to pen, and I've only done literally like here up, but it's for Stash Dash, and I do have one sleeve, so that's how much more I have to go, and I do have the body done, and then I need to do the button band. I don't know who made it because I didn't think that far ahead, but it will be linked in the show notes, and it's in a bag by me. And I think that they're on a size 6. I don't know. They're nameless, cheapy, China cheapy needles. I got like 12 or something like that of them for like $5. Oh, a couple of years ago, the Fat Squirrel talked about it on her podcast, and she was like, "Yeah, they're okay. The smaller sizes are more sharp than the other one, like the bigger sizes, but it's whatever. They work." So there's that, and then next is a new cast on in my character gamer bag that Andrea from the Cat Lady podcast, CATT, Craft All the Things. Look, I'm just like her. I watch her too much. And I'm using Miss Babs in the Morticia colorway, and I'm doing the Fine and Dandy socks. They're just, I thought it was a perfect fit because Morticia like cuts all the roses and stuff off.
That's so
So you can't see it too well. This is hard to do. I don't know how y'all do this. So I've got a heel, and I'm almost done. I've only got like another inch or two before I'll start ribbing. And these are on my 24-inch size 1 carbons. And the stitch marker is from, I think, Rabbit Ribbit Lamb. Can't see. They're, I think it's amethyst stones. But they were so pretty. Lynn enabled me a couple weeks back. She was like, "Oh, look, here, pretty and purple. Here you go, Brandy." And then, I made it! Yay! And then I brought back David's socks, David's vanilla sock, blackthorns. See, I just needed to pull out the blackthorns, and you would have came on sooner. They're DPNs. They're size 1, and I just have a foot and toes to do. So they're a size 0. And they're living in a Sunday yarn parlor bag, but she's not in business anymore.
It's pretty fabulous, though.
Thank you. It fits my soul. And then I have 2 more things. So I also have my Spin City. Oh, the rest is just spinning on my end. The Spin City Butterfly Top Roll Spindle.
Love that.
Which I may have to steal from you.
Mm-hmm.
It was expensive. No, thank you. And then I'm using Hobbledehoy fatlings. I don't know what they are. And I got these gifted to me from Jeanette. And she doesn't know either. They were gifted to her with her order. And they scream brandy. So I'm doing a chain fly. I'm flying on the fly with that. And that's just in another bag that I made. And then last thing I promise. My TARDIS spindle from Proserpia. And that's yarn that Amanda picked out for me when she went to Dallas?
Yes.
Was it just Dallas?
It was the Dallas-Fort Worth Fiber Festival.
That one. And it's October House Yarns or Fiber?
It's October House Fiber Arts, I believe.
Fiber Art. In the Dragonfly colorway, and it's Polwarth. And just a little progress. You can't really tell until it's like almost done. And that's not living in anything. It's just sitting on my desk. All done.
Excellent. Amanda?
Let's see. For whips, I don't think I have that many things going on. Oh, I have this one. Let's see. I have my my gummy bear socks. Is that? No, my candy socks. Because this is my candy colorway of the Knit Picks Felici. So there's sock number 1 done.
Nice.
And then I am started on sock number 2. So I'm almost to the heel because I don't like very tall socks. And I'm in a different recording spot today, so my light's really different. There we go. And these are on my blackthorns and on a size 0. So I had to go up to a 72 stitch count because apparently I don't need to knit on that small of needles, but the needles are pretty. And those are living in my Rainstorm Studio bag that I won from the formerly caffeinated knitting podcast. And then my other whip is my Mama Vertebrae. I'm not going to pull it all the way out right now because I kind of left it at a funky spot. But I'm getting ready to bind off the second cuff, and then I just have the button band to go. And it is a chocolate brown color, and it's from Knitter's Brewing Company with On the Rocks colorway. And I've used a 4 on the body, and I'm using a 2 on the ribbing. And then that's on my knitting. And then I have a new whip for crochet, which is going to be a baby blanket, and the squares are going to look like this. But they're all be outlined in the blue, but the different colors, there's white, purple, like a tealy aqua, and then more of like a seafoam aqua. So that's my next pattern test for Leisure Arts. And I think that's all I'm working on right now.
Did anybody have any finished objects?
I do.
You can keep going, though.
Okay. So, with a week and a half off of work, I got some knitting done. So the first thing I finished was the first pair of sister socks, which you can tell these are mine because they're itty bitty. So this is Patent Croy Sock FX, and I believe these are the clover colors. So I made sure I got the same dye lot, but you can tell they are very different socks. So we've kind of got that going on. It's my standard 64 stitch sock on a 1 with the Fish Lips Kiss heel. And they're living in a bag that my friend Rachel made for me. And then my other whip is actually, or my other foe is actually not with me, but we'll link to my project page because these were the socks I made for my mom. And while I was with her, I finished her socks and blocked them and left them in Tennessee for her. But they were knit out of the Manis del Uruguay in the Fuego colorway. And that pattern was knit on ones, and the pattern I used was Cece's Where You Lead, I Will Follow socks, and that's her first pair of socks based off the Gilmore Girls. So Mom picked out the yarn she liked, and then what better gift than Gilmore Girl inspired socks for my mommy, because that's like my favorite TV show ever. And they lived in a bag that my friend Bart made me. And I finished the massive granny square blanket that took freaking forever. Like 60 hours worth of work went into that blanket. But I've already turned it in so I could pick up my next project. So I have a picture on my project page that we will link to. And I think that's all I have done, too.
Awesome.
Boo. I thought I was going to make it to the end of that one. Well, actually, you can go. You can go, Tanya.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah. I just have one, so it'll get you to the end of your row. I completely cheated. So you've seen this shawl that I was working on. This is out of Miss Babs' Yowza and Wolf Hill. And I really wasn't liking how it was turning out. It's just rows of eyelets. So you can't even see them because it's not blocked. It's rows of eyelets in between rows of garter. Semicircular shaped. But it was coming out way smaller than I wanted. So I cast it off so I could count it for Stash Dash. And eventually it's going to get frogged so I can use the yarn again because I really love this yarn. That's all I've got.
Well, I've only got two things. I finished my tiny socks. They don't fit my sock blocker very well because I've got like.
Because I have clown feet.
No, I've got really tiny feet. But Nutkin. These
really
were done on, and they are actually done. There's two. I just can't find the other blocker because my almost 2-year-old loves them. He, like, I don't know what he thinks they are, but he's always like, yeah, yeah. He watches a lot of Ninja Turtles. So these were done on carbon DPNs on a size 0, 2 millimeter, and these are Knit Picks Stroll Tonal and in the deep water colorway. And I just love how it like stripes, like spiral stripes. It's fun.
That is so, so pretty.
So that's done. And I finished the Jujubes fiber, and there's my hair. Because no handspun's complete without your hair. This is Jujubes fiber. It's Polworth? Whatever. That one word that I don't think I'm saying it right. It's in the Julietta colorway. It was chain plied, and I got 246.97 meters because Stash Dash. I need that .97. And that's all I got.
Awesome.
So
That's it.
Liam's trying to
Does
break.
anyone have fashion enhancement though?
I do.
I do, but
All right.
I will let you go.
What happens when you run away for a month?
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Go ahead, Amanda.
Life's been a little bit crazy. So Bijou Basin was running a sale of a buy one get one free, and it was yak and bamboo, and I'm like, why not? And this was kind of a gift to myself to keep my sanity, because those of you close to me know my lack of sanity the last week and a half. which I'm not going to take it out because it's going to crinkle like crazy. But I got, it was their buy one, get one free. I don't remember what it was, but I think we figured out that it was like a sport DK weight right around there. And I have just under 500 yards of the two colors together. So I'm going to try to find like a pretty shawl or something to make with that. And I got a little sticker. Oh, you can't read it. The oval thing right here is BBB for Bijou Bashan Ranch, and it's a sticker. And I got a free pattern and some sample of their allure and a really cute like handmade stitch marker. So that was my sanity present to myself this week. And that's
Well earned.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I guess you can say my other foe would be my hair. Let me go this way, since Brandy's not back yet. So I decided to chop it all off to make it easier for me. And then, of course, I had to put the teal in it.
Because it's awesome.
It is awesome. And I was a little bit late today because I had to run to the grocery store, and so I'm at Walmart getting groceries because I haven't been home in a week and a half. And I got like 3 compliments on my hair just walking through Walmart.
Trish,
like,
who's watching, said she loves it as well.
I'm like, that's pretty awesome. Thank you. But the heat index is almost 110 today, so nice short hair, very helpful.
Yeah.
Super cute.
So it's a lot easier to take care of. But I had knit group this morning, so I have been nonstop for like the last 2 weeks. I finally have a breather just to kind of sit back, and I need to adults around the house, but who wants to hear about that?
Ain't nobody got, you know.
Nope.
Welcome back, Brandy.
Tell us how you really feel.
I want Liam to take a nap. How I really feel.
Aww.
What are we on?
Pretties. That always makes you happy.
Okay. I'll save the best for last. So, I was a good girl, and a very smart lady, Jen, helped me decide that it would be silly to only order one from one place and fiber from another, and then the next time do it all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a good girl, and I ordered 2 more needles. I got their Knitter's Pride carbons, a 2, because apparently I don't have a size 2. Well, I do now on the black thorns, but I'm not totally loving them. But no, you can't have them, Amanda. No. So I got a 2 on a 32, and then I got a 4 on a 40, so I can make the gypsy, because I didn't want to use the cheapy ones anymore.
I don't blame you there.
Unhappy baby.
Liam does not want to nap.
No.
No, he doesn't. And then I got some yarn that I bought a couple weeks ago, but it came from the UK. So it is Goth Heart Creations from Ellie. I love her. She's awesome. And it's in the Nebula colorway, and it's on her Gothic Romance. And it's 80-10-10. 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. Nice. And it's not totally my colors, it's just better. Like, it's got red on it. But mom status. But there's red in it, right here. Mm-hmm. There's also like lots of different, not blues, purples, and then kind of a pinky color. Like, well,
I think that still kind of leans more purple.
I would say so.
It's not showing right. It's more pink. See, it's showing up purpley to you. It's got a lot more pink. It's almost magenta.
It looks like it's a purple that broke.
Will that make it? Not really. So that's mine.
Awesome.
Nothing for me.
Nope, me neither.
I got stuff coming in the mail, but nothing currently. All
I
right.
think that means that you're on then, Brandy, with that podcast news.
Okay.
Giveaway time!
Everybody ready for giveaway?
Yay!
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to do an Instagram and a Ravelry. So that way nobody's really excluded, because we do understand that not everybody is on Instagram. So the prizes are, this will go for 4 weeks. There will be a normal prize and then 2 grand prizes. Well, 2 normals and 2 grands. So they're going to be the exact same, and they're going to run, oh, what's that word?
Concurrently?
Yes, concurrently, thank you.
You're welcome.
So on Instagram, for the next 2 weeks,
So on the 6th of August, sorry to jump in, I'm just looking at a calendar, Brandy. 2 weeks today is the 6th of August.
Okay. What we want you to do is, when you're watching us, take a picture and show us what you're knitting on, and hashtag. Ooh.
Oh, we never thought this far ahead, did we?
No, we did. After Our Friends.
That's right.
So hashtag After Our Friends, and we will do, I guess, a random number generator, and we'll just look through the hashtags as 1 to whatever. So if you're private and we don't follow you on that day, we'll obviously be doing it live because that's how we roll. Just make it public.
Yeah, just make your account public.
Mm-hmm. And then...
Or link your Ravelry name.
No, because we still wouldn't be
That
able to see
how
the
it works?
picture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not for Instagram.
Right, this
Okay.
is Instagram only. And at the same time, we'll be doing, there will be a thread open in the Ravelry group for the same thing. And the prize is, for the first 2 weeks, is the Harvest Grain Socks by our friend Jess.
From Saranova Crafts.
Yeah, I was thinking of that hard word.
Johanna
Johanna?
It's Johanna
Johanna.
Designs.
I thought there was a huh.
Well, there is supposed to be, but
Johanna. We need like an audio clip.
Of Jessica saying it, yeah.
yes,
So-
it's her Harvest Grain Socks.
Right. And same premise. Tell us what you're knitting on. A picture would be lovely because it's pretty to the eyes, but if you don't have a camera or whatever, just tell us what you're doing.
Link to your project page.
That would, well, if they don't have pictures on that.
True enough.
So if you want to link it, whatever, if you want to just type in there what you're doing, that's cool too. And then 2 weeks from then, if your calendar's still open,
Yes, ma'am. Hold on. I'm getting there. The 20th of August.
and that will be the grand prize, which will be, for Instagram, it is another pattern, but you'll also be entered to win sock yarn or knit picks. Anything that's in stock at the time that I can have shipped to you, but it has to be sock yarn. So 2 skeins of Felici or Stroll or whatever, enough to make you a pair of socks. So, but it has to have nylon in it. That's the stick. And then same thing on Instagram. So, here's something I didn't think about. Is it going to have 2 different things, or is it all going to be pulled in?
What do you mean?
Are we doing it as 2 separate things?
On
For the next
Instagram?
prize? No, well, for either. For the like the first tier and then the second.
On Ravelry, on the 6th of August, we'll pull a name from anybody from, like, let's say it's 1 to 20. And then we'll just mark what number we stopped at, and then, like, on the 20th, we'll go from, number 21 to number whatever.
Okay.
So you can, and should we say you can enter more than once?
Sure.
For the two different draws, you can enter once per draw. That makes it fair, I think. But you've got to show us or tell us something different.
Well, actually, because it's 2 weeks, I think that 2 entries per would be fair, because if you're watching...
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, okay.
Absolutely.
So for that, we'll obviously be able to see how many
Mm-hmm.
that you've posted in there, so no chatter.
For Instagram, we're just going to have to trust everybody.
Yeah. Well, you can kind of see the dates and stuff, I think, when things were posted.
True enough. True enough. So yeah, there'll be more information. It'll sound a lot clearer. We're going to type it out into the Ravelry group. But that's kind of the basic premise for you guys.
Yep.
Nicely done, Brandy.
That was so scary.
Come on, guys. Tell her she's great. She is great.
You are fantastic, and it's nothing to be scared about.
It is, just sitting here like talking for more than 2 seconds.
I know. So we still have a coupon code running in the group from Sue from the Tangled Skein CA. It's after hours 20, and it's good for 20% off in her shop until July 31st.
It's about a week and a half to go.
Yes, definitely get on there and check that out. I'm just trying to see here. Anything else that...
I think that's it, because all the events, there's no new ones until the week of August 4th and 5th.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to say happy podiversary to Two Tangled Skeins.
Oh, yay!
Happy podiversary!
Yay! That's awesome.
Yes, which is an awesome podcast hosted by Sue and Lynn. They're out of Ottawa area in Canada.
Not that far from us.
No.
And, yeah.
Well, forever for me.
Well, I said, when I meant us, I meant Tanya and I. I meant the Canadian.
I'm clarifying that it's like 3 times the distance.
Did we want to say about the introduction thing? Did you want me to talk on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough. You did your part, Brandy.
You speak so much more concisely.
Yeah, right. You've heard me talk, right? We've realized that we are 6 episodes in, and because we've kind of been all over the place, people are busy. It's summertime. We wanted to wait till we were all together for this, but it's probably going to be hard. Is that what we wanted to do was kind of do a little introduction for those of you who might not know us and know our knitting or crafting history or what have you. So what we decided to do will be easier is right now, if you're watching us and you have any questions for us about us personally and our, not just what we're knitting on now, but other knitting and crafting questions in general, or if you're watching this after we're done, like after we've gone live, feel free to post in the Ravelry group and we will answer stuff going forward. But anything at all that you have, but we're just throwing it out there. Instead of doing a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Formal introduction.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, a more formal introduction. We thought we'd do it this way because this is the whole point of doing the podcast this way, is to be able to answer questions directly from you guys. So we thought this might get some questions going. So there you go.
Post the questions away.
Oh, didn't Amanda have one from a couple weeks ago?
Yes, she does. It was posted in the...
I'm a bad
Ravelry group.
podcaster and hasn't been in the Ravelry group lately.
I had it in the show notes a couple weeks.
Last week or the week before. But this is better because you can answer it right on the podcast.
Yes. Let me see who gets to it first.
Talk amongst yourselves, people.
So it's
We'll be
from
with you in just a minute.
last week?
Or the week before. Might have been week 4.
Oh, okay.
It was someone asking if you knew anything about the Arkansas Fiber Festival, if there was a date for it.
Oh, yeah. So about that. At this point, and I just dropped my mouth, so that was fantastic. At this point, I guess the best way to say this is we do not have a date set in the near future, nor do we know if there will be a date set. We had some issues with stitches, and they kind of made it very hard on us to get it scheduled. So at this point, as of now that I know, which that was a complete sentence, going forward we will not have an Arkansas Fiber Festival, but that could possibly change, just kind of depending on if there's other people that can kind of come in and get something scheduled. So.
Fair enough. That's a bummer.
Yeah. It was really bad. The board, we put a lot of time into planning and new website, new name, new structure, and then we weren't able to follow through because, these bigger people think they need more money and run out the little hometown close-knit things. So,
yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah. I'm hoping one day to kind of get it back up and going, but we just kind of have to see where life goes.
Yeah, and that was Christy Rose that asked that.
Okay.
Her actual question was, have you heard if there are any plans for a festival in Hot Springs in the future?
Nope.
Also, I want to point out, because I keep forgetting to say this in the beginnings, I don't know if you guys can actually see that I keep looking down at my phone and stuff. It's because I'm addressing things in live chat. Not that I'm being rude and being like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and text someone. Because live chat, because I can't do it dually on my computer without it causing my brain to fry.
Yes, so that's it. Like any of us, I think, because I know I'm trying now to. Last week, or was it you guys pointed out to me last week that I was just sitting here going la 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 la. Like anyway, I'm like, oh, there's a chat going on. Who knew? So now I'm trying to be a good podcaster and check the chat. So.
Well, it's okay. Everybody else is too. So.
Yeah.
I'm always on there.
So Jen asked a question that obviously is just for Tanya. Not really. It's for everybody. Oh, I didn't see that other comment. Now I get why.
Jen, it's me, isn't it?
Jen from the Uncreative Crafter podcast. So go watch her because I adore that lady face.
She is awesome.
We all do.
Mm-hmm.
I love her the most.
Big heart out.
Big
We're
heart
gonna fight
out.
over this.
Big heart to Jen.
Well, I think I live closer to Jen, right? At least out of us.
Stalking doesn't mean love, Brandy.
Wait, what? When?
Exactly.
So she asked, what is your favorite, if I can talk, what's your favorite progress keeper or stitch marker?
That's easy.
I think I know what Sarah's is.
Oh, I don't think you do. No, I'm just kidding. Is this one, which I got last year.
Is it little and yellow? Oh.
No. Well, that one too. That's my other favorite.
That's what I was thinking.
This is my Starbucks, and do I have that one close by? Oh, it's in a project somewhere. Wasn't it? What was I using that for? Oh, hold on, wait for it. Dun da da da. No, it must be in a project, probably because it's one of my favorites. The other one's the Peep, but the one that I have handy is this one, which is looks like a Starbucks cup, and it's from. Oh God, Amanda, you know who they are.
Is that Sucra?
Yes, thank you. She is just in general my favorite stitch markers. They're all foodie related and super duper cute. Check them out. She has her own website now. I'll try and find it. We'll link it in the show notes. But yes, that's my other favorite. Go ahead, ladies.
I have mine here too, so I kind of have two as well, because I have one that has a little lobster claw, and if I remember correctly, Mandy from Mandy Pinecone Crafts got these for me. It was a kind of tea set from Vintage. Oh, let me go this way. From Vintage Rose, which it's turning. It's a little teacup on a saucer. So that's my progress keeper, and then I kind of like dangly ones, and so this other, it's like a whole set that's my favorite. It's these little Buddhas that are kind of sitting here chillaxing, and they all have Swarovski crystals on top of them, and I have all the colors for all of the different chakras. So there's the purple one, and these are from Mika Mika, and she's on Etsy, and I absolutely adore her stitch markers, and I know I'm gonna have to order another set or two because I really like them, and they're really good quality.
Mhm.
Who's next?
Andy.
Okay. So for a progress keeper, this is my favorite. Surprise, surprise. It's a little
Awesome.
Squinky of Ursula, because Ursula is life. I made it myself because I bought a whole bunch of the Squinkies a couple years ago, and I was like, why did I buy those? Those are for like 6-year-olds. But I mean, look, they're so cute. And I've got a bunch of them that I've made, but this is my favorite. And then I've got like Ariel and Jasmine and stuff. But for stitch markers, it's a tie. And these were made for me by, I think she's Phoenix Fire Knits. Her name is Tracy. She's such a sweetheart. I participated in the Foxes and Socks fall swap, and she was my partner. So she made a whole bunch for me, but these are my favorite.
Oh,
So there
awesome.
is a Jack Skellington and a TARDIS,
Very fitting.
right? And then an Ariel and the TARDIS.
That's awesome.
Those are super
So,
cute.
yeah, and they both have little. This one's got a light blue bead, and this one's got a dark blue bead. But it's a tie. I couldn't decide.
I unfortunately can't show you mine because I'm not at home right now. But I've got one that I got from a Bling Your String club that she makes them out of clay, and I have one that looks just like my little panda in my avatar, which is super cute. I love that one.
She has nice stitch markers.
She does.
I've got some of hers too.
I also really love my Rainbow Heart progress keeper that Andrea made. It's the iron beads. Yeah.
That one's cool.
It's amazing how much our personalities come out in the stitch markers that we all use.
It's true.
I think I've got that on a project that I'm not touching right now because that heart one isn't in my box. But this is where I keep all my stitch markers. It's in a little coffin.
That's awesome.
So I bought the coffin at Michael's last year, and then my friend Stacy did Beetlejuice on one side and Lydia on the back.
Nice.
Like, it was supposed to be a decorative thing. I was supposed to have it open, and I'm just glowing like there's no tomorrow. So it was supposed to just sit open, but I was like, it's too fun to not use.
Yep.
And then so I decided that it needed to house all my stitch markers.
That's awesome.
It's a brilliant use for it.
Yep.
So speaking of storage, mine's pretty nifty too. I mean, it's Velcro. So I actually copied this idea off one of the ladies in my knit group because it's a trifold and it has all these little pockets here, and then I have pages that I can turn with more pockets.
Okay, that's awesome.
This is actually a organization case for those little like number 6 seed beads that are the little glass beads.
Oh.
Because there's 6 pockets per page, plus it's got some bigger pockets on the back. And so, but instead of beads, I use stitch markers and my darning needles, and then interchangeable stoppers and my cords and my little fix-a-stitch. So it's all in one handy place. And my little kitty snips from Tanya.
I need to get me some of those. I need little blue kitty snaps.
Yeah.
Or no, I need purple kitty snaps.
You need, yeah.
Exactly.
I have another stash enhancement, y'all. I picked up, because I keep my needles and crochet hooks in this case, which it's a pen case from Hobby Lobby. I got this one at Michael's, and they just happen to be the exact same fabric.
That's awesome.
So, while I'm thinking about it, because this was zipped closed, my husband is awesome, and he was getting on Amazon to, I think, buy bow ties, because he's in this bow tie kick for Bow Tie Mondays. Bow ties and suspenders. And I had some high needles just sitting in the cart because I'm like, when I reach this weight goal or if I just need to pick me up and we have the money, I was going to get them. Well, he ordered his bow tie, and he's like, so what were the needles doing in there? And I'm like, oh, I'm just waiting until it's a good time to buy them. And he told me later on that day, because I was kind of having a bad day, and he's like, oh, by the way, your needles are going to be here. So he actually ordered them for me, and I don't think I could have got a better case for me.
Nice.
So it's like the tealy and green, so it's kind of peacock, and it's the Hiya Sharps. And it's in the small set, so I have 2s to 8s.
Love them.
I was so excited. So I'm trying to finish my sweater so I can start on something new and use my Hiya.
They're my favorite needles.
Here's a question. I shouldn't probably bring it up right now, but whatever, because I'm thinking about it. We haven't done a VKN right after the podcast yet for international. Is anybody up for that today, or should we try for maybe next week?
I say we try for next week. We have a little bit more time,
Okay.
Yeah.
a little bit more notice.
I have some adulting I have to do.
Yeah.
Adulting, schmalting.
I know.
There will be a VCAN later on, though, probably around 7 o'clock.
I was just trying to think of more excuses for Jen not to edit her podcast.
Sorry, Jen.
I tried.
Well, and I want to send out extra love and support to Jen. She knows why, but we love you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Love your face.
Very much so.
Yes, and I won't be here next week.
Boo.
Exactly.
I'll be at a 3-year-old birthday party. It'll be fun.
Well, maybe we can get a certain someone to hop on.
That would be cool.
Jen, because I'm putting it on the internet. Maybe she'll be guilted into doing it.
It's the internet, so you have to believe it, right?
Yeah.
You guys won't even understand. She's gonna message me later and be like, "I can't believe you did that. I'm so mad at you." But you can honestly say no, though, Jen. You can.
She won't be really mad at you. She'll just be a little mad at you.
She won't know she's so mad at me because I did this.
No, I mean, you'll be mad at her.
I am going to deactivate my Facebook and Ravelry after this.
Brandy will be will be recording from under a rock next week in case you're curious.
Yep.
See, now if you deactivate your Ravelry, you'd have to do your own show notes all the time. You usually do, though.
Yeah, I did them today, too.
Sarah, it's Sarah who's the lazy one, remember?
Amanda hasn't done them either because I was running late today.
Well, you've also not been used to doing them.
And I just, not being home for like a week and a half, there's a lot of adulting you have to do when you get home. And it's not fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, it's
Not fun at all.
Okay, are you guys going to be sitting and chit-chatting with comment people for a few minutes?
Yeah, why?
Well, it's because my time is over. I've got to.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. I got to jet. Sorry, everybody, but we talked about everything we needed to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've obviously seen that Lottie's run in here like 1,000 times.
Okay. Thank you, Brandy.
Yes, and just feel free, y'all, to jump on a VKN with us later tonight around, and that was 7 Eastern.
Thank you. 7 Eastern Standard, yes.
Yep.
We'll post it
in
on
the Ravelry group.
Yep, definitely. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Toodaloo.